Hello, and welcome to today's subscriber contract. War, set in Miami and supplied to us today by HCCE, is based and recommended to us today by Nico in the Drip. So moving on to our briefing, short and sweet, kill all in Kronstadt. And moving on to our targets, and we have a plethora of them. Essentially everybody in and around the Kronstadt Expo building. So for today's challenge, we'll be starting at the Dolphin Fountain, and we'll be bringing with us a remote emetic gas grenade in a briefcase, an emetic gas grenade, and a silenced pistol. So right from the start and off the bat, as you can see, we have quite the task ahead of us. Now there is a little bit of a technique to this. We could just walk into the building and start laying waste to people, but that will result in quite a significant amount of panic, and that will also result in someone from outside the building possibly getting alerted or spotting a body. So for the first two levels, as in the basement where we are now and the expo floor, the ground floor area, we are going to be rather careful about what we do. So we're going to make our way straight down into the basement. I'm going to grab the crowbar because we're going to need that at some point as well. We're going to pass straight through the basement area and to the far side where our first target is located, and we're just going to eliminate them nice, quickly and easily. I say that and I still miss. We're going to hide the body in the crate provided. Now we're going to do a lot of clear up on these two first lower levels. We don't want any bodies down here discovered, really. So one down. We're now going to go on to the medic and the flamingo who has been mugged along with his attacker. So we're going to make our way into the storage room, turn off the vacuum cleaner and turn it back on. That will attract the attention of the medic, and when she comes in to investigate, we can eliminate her with a bullet to the head. And once again, we are going to tidy up as we go along while we're on these lower levels, so that when we do start creating some panic later on, and it will be later on, if people come running down here, they won't run into a whole load of corpses and unconscious people. So next up, we're going to take care of Mr. Flamingo here and Mr. Flamingo over here. This is going to be a long distance shot. Yeah, hold that for me, mate. Again, we are going to tidy everybody up. But before we do, we're going to just get that guy out in the car park, because I don't want him spotting one of the flamingos and running off and alerting anyone. So while you're busy on your phone, mate, go to sleep for me. Thank you. So we are going to tidy you up by putting you behind the red car over here. We're going to then retrieve the two flamingos, the fake one and the real one, and we're going to place them also in the car park. So we're going to detonate a vehicle around these guys so we don't have to hide the bodies, as they will count as accident kills. So for the basement area and the first floor, or the ground floor if you're from the UK, accident kills will be the preferred method, although there are a limited number of them available to us. So once we have everybody in position, we're now going to go and take out the police presence in the area. So there are 4 guards down in this area, 2 outside the security office, and if we drop these 2, they're in front of a window in front of another guard who will come running, and he will open the security door for us. So there he is. His colleague is still asleep. So come on, mate, out this way. I'm right here. I'm not running. I surrender. Yeah, really, I surrender. So we're going to drop him with a bullet to the head. We're going to collect up the key card that he drops, because that's going to come in very handy. We're going to eliminate his colleague here, and then we're going to take out the surveillance system. Now, for the accident eliminations in the area, most of the bodies will be brought to this particular room. So we do need to make sure that there are no corpses or unconscious people or anything like that lying around. So we're going to do a bit of clear up here with these two, and the two outside as well. Now that just leaves one young lady down trying to repair the lifts. It seems in the Hitman universe, no lifts ever seem to work. So before we forget, we're going to take out the flamingos with a couple of exploding vehicles. And we managed to get one petrol tank there to delete and ignite. Hopefully we can do the same with the other one. We don't have a good angle here. Let's move over. Make sure you're collecting lots of ammo for this, as we are going to be firing a record number of bullets, I feel. So that's the rest of the people down in the basement area, apart from the young lady fixing the lifts, now dealt with. So we're going to clear up the guards here. There's a couple of spaces still left with which to hide them. So we're just going to take them and put them over in the dumpster in the far corner. There's one in this corner, and there's one over by the Kronstadt entrance. There are also 3 closets over by where we took out the medic as well. So we put her in one, and there's room for another 5 people over there. But it's quite a distance from where we are, so the dumpsters will do for the time being. So now we can move on to the ground floor, and we will come back for the young lady down in the Kronstadt elevator area in a little while. Before we do any of that, we've got to retrace our steps and try and remember where we left our briefcase, which happens to be in the security room right here, because we are going to be using that at some point in the near future. So we're going to put on a guard's outfit. That's just going to get us to move around a little bit easier. We're not going to be in any real restricted areas, but we will now be able to open carry our weapon. So we're going to make our way up to the overpass area, and using the crowbar we collected earlier, we can let ourselves in, and underneath the stairs there we will find a propane cylinder. And this is going to come in handy, as there are a number of people just outside of the Kronstadt building who are also targets. A number of race marshals and a few reporters as well. So we're going to use this propane cylinder to deal with the reporters, as they are both smokers, and we all know what happens if you smoke. You end up in a rather unexpected explosion accident. So that guard right there is also going to be an issue, except he's not, because with any luck he will be the one to remove the bodies down to the basement, and down there he will be nicely isolated. So we're just going to wait for the female reporter to return to the fold here, and we are going to drop our propane cylinder just on the floor by them, around about there somewhere. Once she puts her phone away, stop playing with Tinder, dear. So they will get distracted by that, but then they will very quickly go back to their usual routines, which involves igniting a lighter to light up their cigarettes. And the young lady did manage to get quite some height there. We almost blew her clean up to the first floor. So we're going to wait right here for all of the panic to calm down and the body clear up to begin. And as predicted, our guard target here is on body clear up, although he seems to be taking the long way down to the basement area. Now he's going to go to the security room, and once he is down there we can deal with him accordingly. And again, because it's the basement area and that is where a number of bodies are going to be ferried to, we will have to clear him up once we're done. So thank you for doing that, sir. Here is your reward. And down he goes like a tree. So we're going to try and hide him away somewhere. Now there are still a number of places we can do that. Failing that, we can deposit him in this area right here, as no bodies should be discovered in there or left in there. But I do happen to know that there is a dumpster over in the corner here, and rather be safe than sorry, as body clear up can be a little unpredictable, almost as unpredictable as the panic mode. We're now going to put him in that dumpster. While we're down here, I'm going to take care of the young lady trying to fix the elevators. So we're just going to open the door to the Kronstadt lifts, shoot the water cooler, make our way around to the other side. The young lady's going to go over and investigate that, and on this side we have access to the electricity, and we can then deal with her accordingly. So that is an accident, so we don't have to worry about dragging her and hiding her anywhere. Now, where did we leave that briefcase? I know it's around here somewhere. I believe we left the briefcase in the security office once again. It does seem to keep winding up back there, and I've gone the long way round to find it. Where are you, Mr. Briefcase? There we go. So we can now return to the first floor, and the ground floor, and we are going to start taking care of all of the people around the expo area. So this is where we need to be extra careful, as there are a lot of non-targets in this area. Most of them are non-NPCs or fake NPCs, but they can still get us in a lot of trouble if we are not careful. So where is the aquarium? That looks like the aquarium there. It also looks like we have another one of our targets on body clear up. So we'll deal with these guys in a moment. I think we're going to go and deal with the body clear up guy first of all, while he is downstairs and isolated, as he may be a problem later on, although I very much doubt it. He is one of the bodyguards from the ground floor reception area of the Kronstadt building. So we're just going to quickly make our way back down into the security room, and we will be joined very shortly by the bodyguard who is on clean-up duty.
Day.
Hello, sir. How are you doing? Is it really worth wearing shades indoors? So we can drop him now, and we are going to try and hide him somewhere. Now, again, because there are still places to hide him, but we've done quite a bit of body clear up already. Instead of taking him all the way to a closet or a dumpster, we're just going to leave him right here in the security room, close to the window, so if anyone walks past on the outside they can't see him. And we're going to now return to the expo building, and more importantly the aquarium area, where we have 2 patrolling guards, one of which is an enforcer. So that's the expo building there. This is the aquarium on our right, and we have a number of opportunities here. So my plan is to drop the 2 gentlemen with one of the broken aquariums and then deposit them in the shark tank. But as it turns out, we may have a better opportunity coming up, as they are about to head over this way and stand directly underneath the shark model, which is currently hanging from the ceiling. So this we usually use to take down Robert Knox for one of the challenges. There is Jaws hanging from the ceiling, and we're just going to shoot him right in the teeth there, and he will drop down on our 2 targets for another 2 accident kills, which means we don't have to worry about clearing them up. So now on to the expo area. So in this area we have roughly 9 or 10 targets, and we are going to have to lure them into more secluded areas. So we're using our briefcase with the gas grenade. We're going to take care of the 2 Kronstadt engineers here, or the researchers. We're going to detonate our briefcase between them, they will both get sick and they will both head to the toilets as we pass 2 more reporters and trigger their routine. So once their conversation has finished, they will make their ways into the expo area and they will start milling around in there and present us with opportunities with which to lure them into the rear sections where they will be alone and isolated. So I'm just going to drop my briefcase in the stairwell as we don't need that any longer. I don't want to leave it out in the corridor here as someone may discover it and start taking it away. So once our 2 targets arrive in the cubicles, we can give them both a nice refreshing cold drink, one after the other, and that will also count as 2 accidents. So again, we don't have to worry too much about body clear up. So like I said, we want to cause as many accidents as possible in this particular area, as hiding spots are limited. And like I said, also we do have at least 9 targets, of which we have now dealt with 2. So we're going to make our way back into the expo area now, and the 2 reporters should now be milling around in that area. There is also a number of guards and a couple of other engineers. There's one of the engineers right there. So we're going to go and now take care of the loading dock area, where we can take care of a few more accidents, as in this area there are 4 targets and 3 propane cylinders. So we're going to grab one of the propane cylinders and place it on the pallet on sacks there. We're going to take another propane cylinder and we're going to place it around where the race marshal is currently by the van. We're going to place that right behind him somewhere on the floor there. And then we're going to take the 3rd and final propane cylinder and we're going to take that up to the race marshal stand where our 4th target is, and they are a smoker. So we're just going to throw the propane cylinder on the floor just behind them. They are going to discover that, and when they lose interest in it, they will go back to their usual routine. They will light their cigarette and take themselves out of the equation, and if timing permits, once they do that, we are immediately going to detonate the propane cylinder in the loading dock area here. And that is 3 targets dealt with in very quick succession. Now that obviously will cause quite a lot of panic, and that will attract the attention of the people from outside the Kronstadt area who are not targets. So we're going to let that all calm down and the body clear up to go back to its usual routines. And while that is happening, we are going to go back to the expo area and we are going to start eliminating people in here. So as you saw on instinct, the body clear up will be taken care of by some non-targets. So we're just going to let that happen while we focus on the expo area, starting with the 2 engineers right here. So a bullet in the head for one, 2 in the back for the other. These will not count as accidents, so we will be hiding them away in a crate provided. So I believe that is now 7 targets taken care of in this particular area. We still have a guard, 2 guards actually. Let's go and deal with one of them right now. There's actually 3 guards, I've just remembered, because we've got this guy right here and a guard on patrol just outside of this area. So we're going to shoot this guard in the head very quickly, take his gun because we're probably going to need the ammo. We're going to deposit him in the crate provided, and then we're going to take one of the coins we've collected from the back of the expo building, and we are going to open the door and throw a coin inside here. That will attract the attention of the guard on patrol outside, and when he comes in to investigate, we don't have to worry about being seen, as everybody in that area is either already eliminated or in the main expo area. So just to be extra cautious, I don't think we need to, but I'm going to deposit this guy in the crate as well, and we can move on to the final few targets left in the expo area. So once we're back in here, we can see there is the 2 reporters, 1 more guard and 1 more Kronstadt engineer. So we're going to set ourselves up a coin trap by loading a couple of coins on the floor leading to the crate or the closet or whatever you want to call it. It's a flight case in my opinion. And we're going to throw the final coin on the floor, which will attract the Kronstadt engineer by the prototype vehicle. And when he comes in, we're going to let him collect up all 3 of the coins so that he is nice and safely out of line of sight of everybody else. We're going to let him think it's his very lucky day, that if he continues following the trail of coins, he will be a very rich man. Unfortunately, the next pieces of metal that he receives come at a much faster rate and are injected into his back. So 1 down with about 3 more in the area to go. We're going to reset our coin trap once again, as this area is going to be the spot we use to take in both of the reporters. Now unfortunately, I can just about tell they're not quite in the area at the moment. So 1 will move a little bit closer and 1 will move further away. And when he moves closer to investigate the drone bot there, or the BB-8 lookalike, or clone, or whatever you want to call it, he will come into the area once we throw the coins. Just like we did with the Kronstadt engineer, we're going to let him collect up all 3 of the coins, letting him think it's his lucky day, although he missed 1 of the coins. Either way, once he gets to the 3rd coin, his days are numbered. We're going to deposit him in the crate as well, whilst we're almost spotted through a wall. I don't know how or why that happened. Now that could very well be Finn, who is on the phone upstairs. It doesn't matter if he does actually spot her, because he will come running down from upstairs all on his onesies to investigate, and we can then drop him before he alerts anyone. So next up, we're going to try and take out the guard who patrols around the back of the prototype vehicle. Now this guy can be a little bit tricky, so we're going to try and lure him in with coins and set up a coin trap as well. So we need to try and time this just right, and it's usually best when he's heading over to the left side, just about there, and he will be now within earshot, and we can throw our final coin on the floor. That will attract his attention, and when he comes behind the screen to investigate, we can then drop him with a bullet to the head or 2 to the back, depends how generous you're feeling. So we're just going to let him collect up the coins so he's nice and far into this area. Now we are actually starting to run out of places to hide the bodies, and we're still not quite done in this area just yet. So what we're going to do is we're going to start improvising, and we're going to start just depositing people in places we think no one will come to. So that crate there is full, but we are done over in this area, so no one else should come over this way. So we're just going to leave the guard there. We're going to collect up the coins that he has dropped, or we have dropped. We're going to collect up his weapon, as we'll probably need the ammo, and we're going to reset our coin trap for the third and final time in this area. So the final reporter will come over to investigate the prototype car, and while he is wandering around in the expo, he's going to be a little while. We can now go down and deal with the final guy at the loading docks, as all of the body clear up has now taken place. Everybody's gone back to their usual routines. So as we've already set everything up, all we have to do is come out to the loading dock, detonate the propane cylinder, then make our way back inside to the expo, and we can allow the body clear up for that gentleman to commence and take place without disturbing us. So our final target in this area is about to make his way over to the prototype vehicle once he's finished up doing whatever he is doing over there. I believe he is taking pictures of all of the expo items. So once he comes over to this area, we're just going to throw our coin on the floor just like we did with the others, except this time we're going to throw it a little bit further out into the expo area, more or less just on the threshold of the nice shiny floor. So here comes our target now. Once he's over by the vehicle, we're just going to throw our coin just about there. That should do nicely. That will just about catch his attention, and when he goes in to investigate, just like we did with his colleague and the Kromstad engineer, we're going to let him discover all the coins and put them in his pocket. And when he gets to the third coin, we're going to give him his reward. So unlike his colleague, he has discovered the second coin and he has collected it. Now, because of the nature of this, he is not quite as far into this area as I would like, but he is far enough. So we're going to drop him with a simple bullet to the head. So we're going to leave our friend here where he is. No one should discover him. So we have two more targets on this floor, but we will come back for them much nearer the end of the mission. So we're now going to move up into the upper levels, and up here we really can just start laying waste to people. So rather than running around and sneakily luring people anywhere and hiding bodies, pretty much everybody up here is fair game. So we can literally just go from room to room, corridor to corridor, and drop people as quickly as possible. And starting with this room right here, which is the research lab, we're going to make our way inside. When the two patrolling guards have moved off, we're going to take care of the two researchers in the area and the bodyguard outside, and very, very quickly we're going to take the bodyguard's outfit so that we are no longer trespassing in this area, and we can continue on at our leisure and also continue to open carry our weapons. So at this point on, there is not so much a walkthrough anymore, as we are literally going to go room to room and eliminate everyone in every room, working our way from here up to the upper floor, and then at the very end we will make our way back down the stairs and take out the last two people down in the reception area.
Body's pretty impressive. Spec-wise, it's miles above anything I've seen pitched before. Not even the Chinese have anything as promising.
I don't know. I think it's a little too ambitious. I mean, I understand the need.
Huh? What happened? Who took your clothes?
Evacuate the package! Evacuate the package!
The one Citadel Auto Cartel is presenting.
Give me a sit rep. Clear. They want to take the door. Please, somebody help me! Man over here!
designer Sebastian Satan.
The telemetry we're getting in from the suit is astounding.
The hell? Excuse me, maybe you should get an Uber or something? Are you listening?
Put that away, cowboy.
So with our final target now taken care of, all that's left for us to do is to make good our escape, and I believe the nearest available exit will be the helicopter exit up on the roof, although it is marginal between this exit and the main event entrance exit. So there we go, one epic subscriber contract taken care of, and we just get confirmation that every single one of our targets, of which there are very many, has been eliminated according to plan. We had no objectives to worry about, and we get ourselves a silent assassin rating. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.